Trump has now fired, they are calling it a demotion, Greg Bovino, the Border Patrol commander at large, who has been touring blue cities like it's a MAGA roadshow, going to use the toilets in Target and getting yelled at, trying to get snacks at a Speedway and getting kicked out, but doing massive damage up to and including not Bovino personally, but his goons, killing people, killing unarmed people, killing people who were there to help. Now, there is a lot of framing creatively of this situation meant to make it look less bad. But we just need to be very honest about what is going on here. Bovino is not a random bureaucrat or a faceless paper pusher. He has been the face of Donald Trump's traveling immigration crackdown with the masked agents. He's been doing the press conferences, social media stunts. He's getting in constant fights with Democratic officials. There was recently a video of him struggling to deploy CS gas and throwing it at people and trying to be a big boy, but we all know he's a pathetic clown. He has turned Border Patrol into a mere political performance. And now Bovino is out. Why is Bovino out? Well, what seems to have been the last straw is that agents under his command shot and killed a 37-year-old ICU nurse named Alex Pretti in Minneapolis. The administration, of course, immediately jumped into action by saying, oh, Pretti was about to massacre federal agents, except we've seen the video and that's not what was going to happen. Pretti was a domestic terrorist, except we've seen the video and it was not the behavior of a domestic terrorist. And so Bovino repeated the lines and said the agents are the victims and all of this stuff. But Pretti didn't attack anybody and he didn't draw a weapon. An agent disarmed him and then another shot him in the back multiple times. So the propaganda collapsed and all of a sudden Bovino is gone. Classic Trump. You build a hype man. Look at what a great job Bovino's doing. You give him a title, Commander at Large of the Border Patrol. You encourage the chaos, and when it explodes, you throw the guy under the bus and pretend you're the adult in the room, except you're the one who did the entire thing and orchestrated it. Now, hilariously, they are kind of trying to deny that Bovino was fired, but if you read carefully, you realize that they aren't really denying anything. Here's a tweet from Tricia McLaughlin, the Assistant Secretary to the Department of Homeland Security. She put out a tweet saying, quote, Chief Gregory Bovino has not been relieved of his duties. As Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated from the White House podium, Bovino is a key part of the president's team and a great American. Now notice that that tweet doesn't deny that he is no longer going to be the commander. The tweet doesn't deny that any of the reporting is true. It simply says he is still employed and he's a great American. All right, well, that is not exactly a denial. So Donald Trump is now talking about a tactical shift. He says he spoke to Tim Walz. He's sending Tom Homan to Minnesota to replace Greg Bovino. And Trump is pretending this is calm, it's measured, I'm leading. But this is serious damage control. And the wild part is that sources say Kristi Noem and Corey Lewandowski, who are the big backers of Bovino, they might also be getting fired. Kash Patel might be getting fired. Now, the question, of course, is Trump going to fire them all? Maybe. But Trump is not going to fire them because he doesn't like the policy. He's just pissed off about the optics. This is what authoritarians do. You push aggressive tactics. When people get killed, you deny the reality of what happened, and then you reshuffle personnel to protect the narrative. Listen, we have made some changes at the top, and we believe we have a great team in place. But is the policy changing? Not usually. Is the chaos going away? Typically not. And then it starts to be accountability theater. And if you think Bovino is the last one, I don't think Bovino is going to be the last one. Trump doesn't fire people because they're dangerous. He fires people when they're inconvenient. And Bovino now has become inconvenient. What is really funny, I was sort of laughing to myself as I was reading articles this morning. Trump, for a long time, since he became a political figure, has said that one of his greatest strengths is hiring people. Anything he doesn't personally know doesn't matter because he will hire the best people. Nobody hires better than me. And it's part of the myth of Trump, the brilliant executive able to assemble a dream team and all of this. If you look at the actual record, the pattern is the opposite. He hires people who implode. He hires people who become scandals that he has to clean up. And he then ends up firing the few people who actually are willing to say, hey, this might not be such a good idea. It's like you set your own house on fire and then you brag that you're great at partially putting fires out. And it's over and over and over again. It's cabinet secretaries, it's advisors, border officials, national security staff. They leave in disgrace, under investigation, or in chaos. And Trump never admits he picked the wrong person. He says, I'm a decisive leader. I fired the losers. Or when I hired them, they were good, but they went bad, like the example of John Bolton that he often gives. If everyone you hire goes bad, maybe the problem is the hiring at the end of the day. And so the cycle is you elevate a loyalist, you encourage reckless behavior. When it goes totally haywire, you deny reality, but then you go, yeah, I'm going to be replacing this person. And the problem Trump is facing now is that even some of his most ardent, hardcore, longtime political loyalists are saying this is kind of not making sense. Appreciate you watching. Stick around for this next video and don't forget to hit subscribe so you actually see our uploads. You can also catch the full podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.